We have just pulled up to Ringing Rocks Park in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I made it in. I came here twice and the park was closed. But we're actually gonna hike this today. Here is the trailhead. Oh, there's the signboard I was looking for. There's not that many people in the parking lot. For finally a sunny day. We finally got a sunny day to come out and do a little explore. And I'm very excited about it. Ringing Rocks Park. And here's the map. And we are here, I think. And we're gonna come to the falls, I think, and then the creek or something. I don't know. We're gonna go that way. People have brought hammers for you to hit the rocks, which is in that direction, I think. But I'm gonna walk this way. You can hear people pounding on the rocks over there. That's what this park is named for, the unique rocks that are in the pile here. But I'm wanting to see the waterfalls first. There's the boulder field. But we're gonna go towards the creek. This is certainly unusual terrain. Trail Creek. I can hear water. I want to figure out how to get onto that flat rock and walk upstream a little bit. Doing a little bit of a crawl over these rocks. I had to get my feet wet. There was no other way to it. Now I'm a real hiker. Wasn't that awesome? Now I want to find the high point. It says lookout. All right, now we're back to the hiking portion of the episode, and we are going hopefully on a loop. I have to walk a little ways and then look again at my all trails, but I think this takes us to where I think we're going. I guess the rocks are what make this a moderate hike. This is considered a moderate hike on all trails. I don't know if that's an arrow or graffiti. There's been a lot of graffiti, unfortunately. Or some, I should say some. More than what I'm used to. Which is none. I was just warned by some people that gave up on this trail because it was too muddy. And I can see what they mean. And the problem is not getting mud on your shoes or clothes. The problem is slipping and falling and cracking your head open on one of these rocks. Still in a little sticky spot. My feet are already wet from going through the stream. Uh-oh. I need to figure out. I think I go that way. Creek trail. Yes, I do. I'm using the sign. I'm using the sign to brace myself so I can jump over the water. The poor plants on this side of the trail are getting beaten up. I'm trying to step on rocks. Okay, now we're out of the muddy area, and I can hear water in front of us. I can see it right there. Oh, I made it back up. Oh, I just spent a long time scrambling over rocks to try to get down to that water. And I did get down far enough to see that it's a little splashy waterfall. It was pretty, but I don't recommend trying to traverse over giant boulders like that. It was pretty sketchy. I'm sure it was good exercise, and I practiced my balance and equilibrium and all that stuff, but it wasn't ideal, and I don't recommend it. But see that? When you get close to it, it's much bigger spaces in between the boulders, and some of them had deep holes in between and all kinds of stuff, so don't do that. And now we're back through the mud. But my feet are already wet now, so now that was an adventure. Well, I made it to the boulder field. And since we're here at Ringing Rocks, I figured we need to come and take a look.
to that sunny spot.
Oh, someone found one that rings.
Pretty tapped on.
We're gonna go to that one all the way over there. That one is.
I'm not climbing over any more rocks today, people. Out there's one that's ringing. Oh, there's a dog out there too. But it looks just like this. Just tons and tons of it. So we have to get back to the van. This is a holiday weekend, so that might be why there's so many families here today. I'd like to think that people come here with their kids all the time. But it's fun, right? There are so many families here today. It's nice to see. And people are walking around with a hammer and banging on rocks as they go. It's pretty funny. And I'm here by myself, but I'm not by myself because I have all of you all with me, which really, really makes me happy. Please make sure you're subscribed and to give this video a like. That's really, really important for YouTube to share my videos to other people. And we're almost back to the van, so until next episode, bye for now. Whoa. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer at danger, I'd hammer at warning, I'd hammer at love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land.